by surprise. A single teardrop falling from your eye. I don't know why I run away. I'll make you cry when I run away. Take me back, 'cause I wanna stay. See your tears for another. Save your tears for another day. Save your tears for another day. Let you once under busy snow. I kept my distance 'cause I know that you don't mind when I'm with nobody else. I couldn't help it, I put you through hell. I don't know why I run away. Oh, I'll make you cry when I run away. Don't take me back, 'cause I wanna stay. See your tears for another. I realize that it's much too late, and you deserve something better. Tears for another day. Save your tears for another day. Save your tears for another day. I tried to get my shit together. Now you wanna break, 'cause I'm not ready for forever. I wonder if you hate me. I bet I hate me more. Oh, trust me, I'd give anything to tell you that I'm sure. I don't wanna lose you, I'm just thinking out loud. So could you call me back? Hello, hello, I'm trying to work this out. I know your friends say when you know, I just don't know right now. So could you call me back? Hello, hello, I'm trying to work this out. I know your friends say when you know, I just don't know right now. Next time you see your folks at dinner, just ask your mom to please stop pointing at your finger. I know she calls me son now. Your dad, he calls me kid. I'm sorry, I'm not man enough to face them both like this. Don't read my last 2 messages. I barely slept an hour. So could you call me back? Hello, hello. I'm trying to work this out. I know your friends say when you know, I just don't know right now. Could you give me just a year or so? I'll straighten out my head. I know your friends say when you know. So maybe I'll know that. I really hope you're on my side. I really hope you get it. I really hope you're on my side. I really hope you get it. I just don't know right now. I just don't know right now. I really hope you get it right. You know I want you. It's not a secret I try to hide. You know you want me, so don't keep saying our hands are tied. You claim it's not in the cards, and fate is pulling you miles away and out of reach from me. But you're here in my heart, so who can stop me if I decide it's on my destiny? What if we rewrite the stars? Say you were made to be mine. Nothing could keep us apart. You be the one I was meant to find. It's up to you, and it's up to me. No one can say what we get to be. So I don't need to rewrite the stars. Maybe the world could be ours tonight. You think it's easy? You think I don't want you? Yeah. But there are mountains, and there are doors that we can walk through. I know you're wondering why, because you're able to be.
Becca and Bella are going to be on the phone. I don't know if she wants us out there.
Hello.
All right, you should have volume on now. Mic's on.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, test. Testing 1, 2, 3.
You said that you were happy. I don't need you to tell me that you're doing just fine. Unless you wanna hurt me, healing takes time. Let me take mine. on me. 11 in the morning, and you're so proud to show it. You can do what you want and say what you want as long as you let me be. I don't need you to tell me that you're doing just fine, unless you wanna hurt me. Healing takes time, let me take mine. I don't need you to tell me that you're living your life just a little better without me. You make it so hard, being so far, now you're breaking my heart over and over again. Over and over. Over and over again. Oh, no need to show him. Oh, no need to show. Do it, do whatever you want. Need to shine. Do it, do whatever you want. Need to shine. Need to show. I don't need you to tell me that you're doing just fine, unless you wanna hurt me. Healing takes time, let me take mine. I don't need you to tell me that you're living your life just a little better without me. You make it so hard, it's so far, now you're breaking my heart over and over again. Breaking my heart over and over again. Over and over. Look at me now, said I wouldn't do it, but I hunted you down. Know you were the girl, but it didn't work out. Know you bought a house, but you had to move out. I'm not proud, guess I'm just scared of you shooting it down. You can just talk and stare at your mouth. It could be bad, but I wanna find out. And I wake up in the middle of the night with the light on, and I feel like I could die, 'cause you're not here. And it don't feel right, 'cause you're not here. God, I'm actually invested, haven't even met and watch this be the wrong thing. Classic, God, I'm jumping in the deep end. It's more fun to swim and heard the risk is drowning, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Isn't it fun thinking I'm right when I'm probably wrong? Holding my breath like I miss someone, knowing that but I haven't been touched by you. In my head, you're in the car and you're coming to me, and you get to my door and you can't even speak, but I think that's sweet, yeah, I think you're sweet. And you wake up in the middle of the night with the light on, and you're not here, God. I'm actually invested, haven't even met it. Watch this be the wrong thing. Classic, God. I'm jumping in the deep end. It's more fun to swim and heard the risk is drowning, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna bend till I break it. You'll be my favorite mistake. I wish you could hold me. You're shaking. You're the risk. I'm gonna take it. Why aren't you here in my bedroom, hopelessly boring without you? Too soon to tell you I love you. Too soon to tell you I love you. God, I'm actually invested. Think I really want this. I'm not even kidding. No, I'm actually invested. Haven't even met it yet. Wish that I was kidding. Not it, I hate it. But I'm actually invested. Haven't even met it yet. Watch this be the wrong thing. Classic, but I'm jumping in the deep end. It's more fun to swim and heard the risk is ceiling. No, I never had a meaning. You gave me your reason, you got me believing. You're making me say you are the one, the sun, the you are the wings I need to fly away. Give it up, feel it. It feels like I've been through the ceiling. Never had meaning. You gave me your reason, you got me believing. You're making me say you are the wings I need to fly away. You are the wings I need to fly away. It was you from the very start. All is new. You know you gave me a reason, you got me believing, you're making me say. I've been working on the words I choose and how I see myself. Cause if you can't see the good in you, then how can someone else? Sometimes I still have those mornings when I can't get out of bed. And I remember everything that I believe will manifest. Oh, mama told me days like this would come. And that when they do, don't let them break you, Lord. Cause you might feel alone on your own down the road when you go through things. But you just gotta know when you're born that it's all just growing pains. Oh, growing pains. Growth ain't always linear. What you see outside don't always lie with the interior. Voices in my mind get out of line, but I ain't hearing them. Keep the ones around to hold you down and make it serious. Check been empty for way too long. I've had plenty and I've had none. I didn't complain when it rained. I just prayed my way to the sun. Because mama told me days like this would come. And that when they do, don't let them break you, Lord. Cause you might feel alone down the road when you go through things. But you just gotta know when you're born that it's all just growing pains. Growing pains. Growing pains. 'Cause you might feel alone down the road when you go through things. But you just gotta know when you're born that it's all just growing pains. Growing pains. I should move cause New York is getting muddy out. There's a lake, but it's always kinda sunny out. And I don't wanna hurt no more, so I set my bar real low. okay. You say it, but you just don't mean it. You're so insane, you're so insane. Shut up and just enjoy this feeling. Don't you love it, don't you love it? No, I ain't happy yet, but I'm way less sad. Don't you love it, don't you love it? No, I ain't happy yet, but I'm way less sad. I wake up and I'm not so bad, it's written down. Living sucks, but it's sucking just a little now. And I don't wanna try no more. So I set my bar real low. American. You say it, but you just don't mean it. You're so insane, you're so insane. Shut up and just enjoy this feeling. Don't you love it, don't you love it? No, I ain't happy yet, but I'm really sad. Don't you love it, don't you love it? No, I ain't happy yet, but I'm really sad. I may be wrong, I may be wrong. It's stupid, but it's alright. Don't you love it, don't you love it? No, I ain't happy yet, but I'm way less sad. Well, I can't fall asleep and I'm losing my mind, 'cause it's 3:30 and my brain's on fire. I've been counting sheep, but the sheep all died, and I'm trying too hard, but I can't not try. Well, I can't fall asleep and I'm losing my mind, 'cause it's 3:30 and my brain's on fire. I've been counting sheep, but the sheep all died, and I'm not dead yet, so I guess I'll be alright. Don't you love it, don't you love it? No, I ain't happy yet, but I'm really sad. Don't you love it, don't you love it? No, I ain't happy yet, but I'm really sad. I may be wrong, I may be wrong. It's stupid, but it's alright. Don't you love it, don't you love it? No, I ain't happy yet, but I'm really sad. Let's just pretend this now won't end. The lights are flashing like the beat in your heart. I see you up in outer space. We spiral up and now we're standing on the stars. Tell the moon she's riding on a burning light. She doesn't worry if it's wrong or right. Don't stop the speed and now we're through the night. I don't know if I'm gonna keep up. She said I can't slow down, it's not what I do. It'll speak a song like it's you. She said, boy, boy, are you coming too? And then she can't slow down, she wanted to. It'll speak a song like it's you. She said, boy, boy, are you coming too? But she fired him and he said, what you looking for? She said, I want something that I want. Something that I tell myself I need. Something that I want. I need everything I see. Something that I want. Something that I tell myself I need. Something that I want. I need everything I see. She's been living in a pure illusion. She's gotta come to her own conclusion. Right when you think you know what to say, someone comes along and shows you a brand new way. You say, I want something that I want. Something that I tell myself I need. Something that I want. I need everything I see. Something that I want. Something that I tell myself I need. Something that I want. And I need everything 'cause it's so easy to make believe. Seems you're living in a dream. Don't you see that what you need is standing in front of you? Something that I want. Something that I tell myself I need. Something that I want. I need everything I see. Something that I want. Something that I tell myself I need. Something that I want. I need everything I see. When I was 6 years old, I broke my leg. I was running from my brother and his friends. Tasted the sweet perfume of the mountain grass I rolled down. I was younger then. Take me back to when I found my heart, broke it here, made friends and lost them through the years. And I've not seen boring fields in so long. I know I've grown, but I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way, driving at 90 out country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you make me feel. It's real, we watch the sunset over the castle lonely hill. 15 years old, smoking and rolling cigarettes, running from the loft to the backfields and getting drunk with my friends. Had my first kiss on a Friday night. I don't reckon that I did it right, but I was younger then. Take me back to when we found weekend jobs, when we got paid. We'd buy cheap spirits and drink them straight. Me and my friends have not thrown up in so long. Oh, how we've grown, but I can't wait.
Can't quite quit. We're on. Okay, I think we'll get started. We'll call this meeting of the Indiana Horse Racing Commission, July 14th, 2025 to order. First of all, thank you, Hoosier Park, for all this. Again, we feel like we're on stage, but we can't dance, we can't sing, so you have to put up with this at a meeting. We have three members. I don't know. Commissioner Estes, are you on the phone?
Yes, I am.
Good. So we've got three commissioners here and two commissioners on the phone. So we're going to have to do the roll call vote. First item on the agenda is approval of memorandum from March 7th, 2025 meeting and the executive session memorandum. We need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Becca. Been moved and second. All those in favor say aye. Or nope. Roll call. I caught myself.
Roll call. Vote, please. Chairman Borst,
Aye.
Commissioner McCarty,
Aye.
Commissioner Estes,
Aye.
Commissioner Levengood,
Aye.
Commissioner McQuigg,
Aye.
Thank you. It passes unanimously. Okay, item number 1 is review of the 2025 year-to-date commission rulings as of June 15th, 2025. Matt, anything exciting to report? We aren't that many.
Nope, just, nothing exciting to report on that.
Do have a question. Where do the fines go?
General fund.
General fund.
Not back to us, general fund. Okay. The next one is review of the 2025 year-to-date HISA and HIWU rulings as of June 15th, 2025. Anything, there isn't much there either.
No, just whip violations for HISA, and it's actually the same ruling from the first meeting for HIWU. So nothing new since the last meeting.
And that was from last year, right?
Yeah.
The HIWU?
Mhm.
But there haven't been any for this year. That's interesting.
Nothing settled, no.
Oh, so
And a follow-up question, where do those monies flow to?
Those fines, any fine goes back to HISA and HIWU
To HISA.
as part of their budget.
okay, next on the, if no other further questions, we don't have to vote on those. The next is the 2025 Community Giving Report presentation from Harrah's Hoosier Park and Horseshoe Indianapolis. Joe, are you handling that or? They got to get you on there. You can have one of these if you'd like. Your wingman's coming here.
Oh, thank you, sir. So, hello everyone. I'm Jeremy Medley, Director of Marketing here at Harrah's Hoosier Park. I know I've told you, I've talked about this before, but for anyone who doesn't know, kind of a quick recap. As of August, I'll have been with Harrah's Hoosier Park for 14 years. Started out as a part-time guest services representative. I was born and raised right here in Anderson. I've lived here my entire life, so because of that, I'm obviously familiar with many of the challenges we're facing in this community, Madison County and Anderson in particular. So let's take a look at the impact our property has made in 2025. So at this point in the year, we have contributed $289,000 to community initiatives, and of that, $207,000 went directly to organizations in Anderson and Madison County. Some of our key focuses this year have been housing, support for survivors of domestic violence, food security, human trafficking prevention and recovery, and more. We've donated $15,000 to CASA, $7,500 to Habitat for Humanity of Anderson. We also gave $7,500 to the Indiana Coalition for Domestic Violence, $10,000 to the Willows Place Women's Shelter, $7,500 to Outfitters for their clothing assistance programs, and $5,000 to the Gathering of Queens for their food pantry. That's just a portion of the organizations we've supported in those areas this year, all very good organizations doing a lot of good work for our local community. We know there are a lot of families in our community who desperately need assistance in, becoming and meeting the expectations or the standards that they desire for themselves. And it's essential they have the access to the resources they need to thrive. So this is something I touched upon last year, something that remains a major area of focus for us. That includes, education and employment opportunities, career development programs, especially these things for our local youth, very important. So to support that, we've donated $15,000 to the Madison County Community Foundation to help fund their scholarship programs. We've contributed $10,000 to the Hopewell Center, $10,000 to the Leadership Academy in Madison County, $7,000 to the Combat Ministries Youth Program, and $5,000 to the Ivy Tech Foundation. Going in hand with that, working to improve the quality of life for the people of Madison County, health and wellness has also been a major focus for us. It continues to be so. We've currently invested over $30,000 in programs supporting both physical and mental health needs. On top of that, we've dedicated an additional $10,000 in senior care, supporting organizations like Community LTC, Community Long-Term Care, and LifeStream. I think that is an area that I think I spoke a little bit about this last year. It kind of tends to get overlooked. Our older generations, it's a group that often falls through the cracks and needs assistance, and we've been very proud to help support that. Our commitment does go beyond donations, though. We're proud to host and to participate in events that drive real change. This month, we'll once again be hosting our Empire of Hope fundraiser for the Standard Bread Transition Alliance. We've also hosted multiple Red Cross blood drives. I believe we have one coming up within the next month or so here, actually. A diaper drive, Friends for Paws Animal Shelter drive, basically collecting equipment or collecting items for a number of the local animal shelters. And we're currently preparing for a canned food drive. Earlier this year, we assembled 200 Easter baskets for families in need. That was something we coordinated with the Anderson Police Department, their dispatch with, and we're currently gearing up for a back-to-school drive to provide essential supplies for local students. In the area of equine giving, Beyond Empire of Hope will be supporting the Harness Horse Youth Foundation this year. Agape's Equine Therapy Program, the Sweet Liberty Rescue Ranch. All of these organizations are doing incredible work, creating that special bond between horses and people in meaningful ways. Very proud of that work there. I hope this gives you a clear picture of where we are with our ongoing commitment to our community, our gratitude for the partnerships we built with so many of our local organizations. We are very proud to be a part of Anderson and Madison County, and we continue to look forward to continuing that work through the rest of this year and beyond. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy. Question, do you think you could send that list? It didn't make our booklet. We just got the big numbers is all. For some reason, we didn't get the individual. If you could send that to the office and they could send that to us.
We could absolutely do that, yes.
Thanks, because you had a lot of good stuff there.
Thank you.
I can't remember it all.
Oh, you're good.
Thank you. Any other questions for Jeremy
I have
on
some.
Hoosier?
I do, Mr. Chairman. The blue boxes indicate what you project for the last 6 months of this year.
For our equine spin, yes, that will be projecting the upcoming Harness Horse Youth Foundation donations, the Standard Bread Transition Alliance, I believe, is part of that projection, the Sweet Liberty Ranch, Agape, and New Vocations are included in that.
But will there be additional community contributions?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, so we've got some of those earmarked. We found that, once you get into the fall and like winter quarters, you will have more emergent crises that come up. So we don't want to earmark the totality of everything, but yes, we are absolutely committed to fulfilling our commitment to the community. Absolutely.
How does this level of commitment this year compare to last year?
At this point in time, I think we're I don't have the exact numbers for year over year at this, like, as far as like July goes, but I would say it's about the same, if not a little more for this time of year. I do not know that though, for year over year.
Will there be a review of all this at the end of this year?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Chairman.
Yes,
Jeremy,
Dina?
do you know off the top of your head what your annual target giving number is
Oh yeah.
for
Our-
Hoosier?
Yes. Our annual giving number is $430,000.
Okay, so that's a target that you hope to hit by the time December rolls around?
Oh, we'll absolutely hit that.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any further questions? Anybody on the phone questions? Well, thank you.
No problem. I think I should probably hand this mic back.
There you go. We got more mics coming. We give one to Joe. Uh-oh. There we go.
Yep. I don't care. Just give me one.
Okay, Joe, you
All
must be
right.
going to do horseshoe.
Horseshoe, yeah. Good morning, Joe Morris with Caesars Racing. With it being a race day at Horseshoe, I had to leave a few people behind to make sure we got open there today. So happy to give this update here today. Our target number at Horseshoe is $525,000 a year, and we've exceeded that every year since the new Caesars has come in. Year to date, we have given $332,000. Of the 332, 92% of that has been either to equine, Shelbyville, or Shelby County charitable organizations, and there's been over 50 checks handed out to date. On the equine side, we're at 37,000. Shelby County's 216. Shelbyville is 52,000. I've got the top 5 organizations that we've given to. 55,000 went to the Shelby County United Fund for You. 46,400 went to Shelby County Boys and Girls Club. 26,000 to the Shelby County Police K9. 20,000 to the Arc of Shelby County. 20,000 to Dinner Before Bedtime. So those are the highlights on that. And as I said, our target or the number we're supposed to hit or go over is 525,000, and we will exceed that again for our. This is the 6th season of New Caesars, so happy to be a part of the whole thing, and just great to be part of that community down in that area.
Thank you. Any questions? This was a good graph that you did here to mark.
Well, and I apologize for the lack of the lists. We certainly have them. I sent that stuff to David and didn't put it in, so that's on me, and I'll make sure I send the lists so you can see each and every donation that
I think we'll let you off on this one. We'll give you a bye.
Thank you.
Thanks. Any other questions on horseshoe? Question?
I'd just like to say that I think the community commitments in both these communities are so important and should be sustained and looked at ways to even expand possibly, but at least it's much appreciated and is very much a part of the overall big picture of what you all bring in both communities. Thank you.
Okay, well, don't need a vote on that, so we'll move on to the next one is the seasonal race meet updates from the racetracks. I guess Hoosiers up here first.
Morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Gabe Pruitt, Racing General Manager here at Hoosier Park. I think we have a good update. From my perspective, we've completed 69 of our race days. Started off in a little bit of a turbulent environment. Handle in the U.S. The first couple of months of the year was down 20% harness racing. So we opened up mid-March. A little bit of a horse shortage to start off. A little crisis mode. We had several cards where average field sizes 6.5, 7. We fought our way through that the first couple of months. It seemed like every time we would stabilize, we'd add another day of the week. So we would stretch ourselves that much more thin. So battled through that. The last 9 weeks, we've been up double digits in handle each week. So that's good. Overall for the meet, we're up 19%. The only track that I know that's up on the harness side this year. So handle's right at almost 59 million so far through 69 days. Last year through the first 69, it was a little less than 50 million. We've had $12 million handles. I think the record here is 14. So that's been a good start. Yeah, so I think so far so good.
Good. Any questions, commission members?
One of the only other update I'd like to add is we have moved post time forward a little bit. It was 6:15. We're up to 5:30 now. One of the things, by placing our races to try and increase handle, we found we were get a little late at night. So for the benefit of everyone, our horsemen, our horse players, staff, we decided to move post time to 5:30. So up 45 minutes to hopefully get everybody out a little sooner.
So is that, you say you have done that?
We start tomorrow.
Start tomorrow.
Start
So
tomorrow.
it'll be
Just a little
interesting to
time.
see
It will be interesting
what
because
happens.
I think early in the year we missed a lot of fertile territory. Earlier in the year, we got a lot of thoroughbred tracks now. Del Mar, Saratoga, going a little late some days. So we'll be into that market a little bit more than I would like. But I think in the long run it'll be a good thing. I think it's exchange. We found that the last couple of races at night were a couple of our worst bet races. So I think by moving it up at night, overall it'll be a good change.
Well, you're 9 million ahead so far. This point.
Get a little room to work with.
We'll go a little bit more even.
Exactly.
Any other questions for Dave? Guess not. Thanks.
Thank you.
Go to Horseshoe. Eric escaped. He got to come to the meeting.
Yeah, a direct order from my boss over there. Don't miss. So anyway, great update for Gabe there. I got good news on our end too. Right now, as we sit here today, our handle's up a little over 5%. And I can tell you we're feeling really good about that because we had just a really rough spring. You know how important turf racing is to us. And coming into Indiana Derby Day, we were down so many turf races that I think the number was 88 in 2024 at the time, and we were somewhere around 49 this year. So we had a really rough stretch. We lost our whole week of Caesar Stakes week and all that. But so to be up and handle right now is really a great story, especially because the thoroughbred industry right now is trailing about 5% overall in this year. So we're sitting in a really, really good spot. As soon as the weather turned, we've really turned it on. I'm not sure if anybody got to be with us last week. I know a lot of you did for the Indiana Derby. Just a fabulous day. Record handle of 9.1 million. That beat the 2024 record of 8.1 million. And just for frame of reference, back, the 2019, that number was 4.1 million. So we're up about 125% over the last 5-6 years. And it wasn't just the total handle. I think everybody got to see. It was just a great day on track, and not just the size of the crowd, but our on-track handle was up. On our live racing was up 13%. We were up 48% in our simulcasting. A lot of that had to do with a really large handicapping contest with people coming in from out of town, and they just by nature bet quite a bit more. So a lot of good things going there. This Saturday, we've got a really big day coming up, about $750,000 in purses on our quarter horse day. We got 4 stakes finals. First race post time's 10:45, and the quarter horse racing here has really grown and has improved to a point where it's competitive with just about anywhere in the country. But anyway, Saturday, 4 stakes, and when you start giving away almost $1 million in purses in one day, it's quite something to note. The only thing I would like to mention is, and I'm not sure if everybody saw it. If you haven't, you can go to bloodhorse.com and just search Horseshoe Indianapolis. If you had seen it, I'll at least repeat for those who haven't. But there's a really, really nice story that came out. In fact, on Indiana Derby Day, a reporter for the Blood Horse came out and interviewed myself and Tony Martinez, our track superintendent. And the main part of the story was our 2024 track safety record. And if you weren't not aware, the Jockey Club use the same metrics over the whole industry on the thoroughbred side for measuring track safety. And proud to say we're the #1 racetrack in the country as far as safety in 2024. It really works out. You know, we all celebrate handle and revenue, but I think we all know safety is #1. And the number that they got to for that is really something to be proud I've never seen one like that. I asked Joe, he hadn't seen one that low either. We run about 1,200 races a year. You know, we're getting up to 10,000 starts between the two breeds, and between Tony, really being great at his job, Andy Hershey and our vet staff being very careful with horses that, may or may not need the day off. And then last, our company has put a lot of money into equipment and good equipment, and Tony doesn't lack for any of that. In fact, I'm going to ask for an aerator after this. So, but something to be really proud of. We've had a very good, I'm knocking on wood, but our 2025 results right now are pretty darn good too, and heading in the right direction. So if you see him around, pat him on the back. We're all really proud of what he did.
Any questions for Eric? The Derby was great. I mean, it was fun to see all those people, like you say, as hot as it was.
Yeah.
You know what the main topic at our table was? We were worried about you getting sunburn out there on the rail.
It's too late, Commissioner.
Seriously,
Yeah,
that was the
got
topic. We
scorched.
were worried about you.
Yeah. Yeah. By the time I figured it out, it was way too late.
It was too late.
Yeah.
But no, it was great. And I told them, I said, it took me forever to park in the garage. And I looked at all the license plates. It's amazing.
Yeah.
There was Oregon, there was New York, there was New Jersey. I mean, all over.
It was
And
a
I
great
thought
day.
That was really great.
You know, that you recall a few years ago, we had the awning approved, and
Yep.
That's a part of us and the horsemen. And that's changed a lot of things. It's just given us more options. We're already talking about what we can do next year for more shade, because if you think back to a couple of years ago, that 40 by 40 tent that we had out there, there was people, like standing elbow to elbow in that 40 by 40. Well, now we've got 260 by 40, and they were elbow to elbow, which was, you couldn't have done this a few years ago for the on-track experience. So really great day. We'll make it better next year too.
Yes, it was. Okay. Anything else? I guess not. I guess you can stay right there. We'll move to our next item, which is the request for the 2025 capital expenditure substitutions. The first one, Horseshoe Indianapolis request to amend the expected 2025 capital improvement list and substitute with alternate 2025 purchases.
Yes, sir. Chairman Boris, in March, we had several different pieces of equipment approved, and we still had about $65,000 sitting out there we just weren't ready for in March. But we found another piece of equipment that we think will help our turf course. It's a top of the line aerator for Tony to use at the end of the meet and then in the spring before the meet, that actually digs a little bit deeper than the ones we've rented or tried to use ourselves. So will stimulate turf growth, and the more you can get an even surface out there, the safer it comes to be. So this will also keep us from, we've rented from several different places and never really found one that we thought was suitable. So I'd appreciate the approval of an aerator to finish our substitute capital for 2025.
And then I saw that Horseshoe will cover the difference between what the budget was and the overage there, which is thankfully a good thing to do. Any questions?
I always have one. So
In the
you
microphone.
have
In the
rented-
microphone.
You have rented, and you found those to be not suitable.
Correct.
And this piece of equipment, since you're private in government, we were never allowed to do this. Are you able to rent your piece of equipment when it's sitting, or would you ever consider that?
So it's a good question, because I'll tell you what we have. We actually own an aerator, but the tines are too short.
Yep,
And
yep.
they don't get deep enough, and they don't pull the plug
get
the
it.
way we want. We've rented a couple that even have longer ones, but what I'm finding out is unless you have the substance to that tine, the longer they get, the more they're,
No,
they break.
and I get that, because
Um,
this is for probably specific for your industry?
Yeah.
Or is this a turf from golf courses?
Well, I would assume that the golf courses use something similar, at the fall or whenever they're getting towards the end of their season.
Because you use this seasonally.
Mm-hmm.
What I heard you say
Yeah.
was spring and fall. I'll leave it alone, but I'll plant that seed since you're private. That's an expensive piece of equipment for what you're doing and how often you will use it.
Yeah.
It'll age out before it'll get worn out. So my comment to you is you ought to talk to somebody about potentially gaining back some of your $17,000 that you put in it in a rental to other turf managers.
Yeah, very interesting point.
Knowing that business a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, correct. Because you're correct. We only will use this 2 days a year.
Yep. I mean, it'll sit and you'll store it outside, I assume.
Well, we have a beautiful maintenance shed and barn that.
So it'll be stored inside.
Yeah.
So don't be shocked if you can gain back some of your cash.
Appreciate the heads up.
All right. Thanks.
He can be your broker, I guess, and go out and
That's what-
find people
That's what
to,
I do for a living.
You see, Trent, this paid for itself today.
there you go.
Thank you.
Do we have any questions before we vote on this?
Hey, Eric, I just have a real quick question. Maybe you could just spend 30 seconds on this. So the other Eric Smith, was telling me about this cool piece of like radar equipment that you have that is dragged over the track. Can
Correct.
you hit that for like 30 seconds? Because it's nothing I ever heard of.
And
Yeah.
that's related to part of your track safety protocol,
Yep,
correct?
I'm glad you brought it up. I was trying to be brief, but I'm glad to tell you, we're going to be the first track that does this. And we found a vendor who actually works in like the asphalt and gravel world where they do below surface readings, and it's way over my head. He tried to explain and I didn't even, 2 seconds in, I was out. But you're now using it as the first racetrack surface, and it's a piece of equipment. There's two of them that sit on the back of our harrows, and they take readings of the depth of our cushion, not the base. It's just, they can get to the point where you can see where the base and the way that worked. But this is to see, and we believe, and I think a lot of people believe, that a very uniform cushion is part of what makes a racetrack most safe. And it will give you a heat map. He showed it to me on his phone, and there more data will be coming in. But essentially, where it was blue, we try to keep that at 6 inches. And if in the blue area, that's exactly where we want it to be. On this map, it was pretty darn good near the rail and whatnot. As you started to get out, it would turn green a little bit, which meant it was more like 5 or something like that. You get to where it washes out, you could see some spots where it was more like 4 and whatever it might be. But it's a simple tool for Tony to bring out more material in the areas where he sees, something that's not consistent. So very new to us, but I believe that this is going to be something that will help Tony a lot. You can go around with a measuring stick. That takes a long time, and this can give you something pretty quick.
Got to stay on the cutting edge. Like you say, safety is most important.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I guess we need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Then moved and second. Any questions? Seeing none, go to roll call.
Chairman Borst,
Aye.
Commissioner McCarty,
Aye.
Commissioner Estes,
Aye.
Commissioner Levengood,
Aye.
Commissioner McQuaig.
Aye.
Thank you. It passes 5-0. Okay, next on the agenda is consideration of Harris Hoosier Parks request to amend the expected 2025 capital equipment list and substitute with an alternate 2025 purchase. Joe Morris.
Joe Morris with Caesars Racing. We have $748,000 for 2025 approved. Remember that list was created back in 2018, so prices have certainly changed quite a bit since then. We had 3 John Deere tractors. There was 5 for this year. We bought 2 last year, and they were on the 2018 list at 109. They actually cost 130. So some of the stuff moves around a little bit, but on the 748, we have some substitutions we would like to put in. Our new total will be 751, and Harris Hoosier Park will put in the difference. But the two of the tractors we bought last year are gone, and there was some other winter equipment we didn't need. What we'd like to get is 2 diamond harrows and a conditioner. With winter training here, that equipment we drag behind the tractors just takes more of a beating. You know, back in the 18, we were never open in the winter, so we're needing to add to and replace that stuff quicker. Also, a 16-foot float. Could have used it Saturday night with that rainstorm we had here. The water was literally blanketing over the side of the track, and a float's the best way to get rid of that. We'd like to get that. There's a portable power washer we'd like to get just to be able to do equipment, sides of barns, other buildings. Our old one is worn out. A jetting machine, again, with winter training, we have horses here 12 months out of the year, more horses. Our plumbing gets clogged with the sand that they move. This jetting machine can go down under into the pipes, and we can jet that added material out with it. We'd like to get a couple powered wheelbarrows. That's for our employees in the winter as we're getting stalls ready. After horses have shipped out, we always have to bring in more dirt material to bring those stalls back to level. That's heavy for a person to move by hand. The powered wheelbarrows, now they're just steering a wheelbarrow. They can go right to the stall and put it in. And then we'd like to get another SUV for the backside. We have one out there now that's got some age on it. We have a purchaser. The ISA will buy that for $1, and then they can use it on the backstretch to move people around during the races on that. So that list I just gave you is $228,000 added on to the $523,015 that's already approved. It's $751,015. On the actual schedule was $748,369. So we think those are good additions that we need for the track safety on the track side of it and for our employees.
Thank you. Any questions for Joe? Makes sense, as we always say, you don't buy it just to buy it.
That's
like
right.
I say, 2018, when we did this, who knows?
And there's a committee we put together that goes through and comes up with these substitutions.
Gets the stuff we need.
Yep.
Okay, do we have a motion and a second to approve the substitution?
I move to approve the request to amend.
I second.
Expenditures.
Been moved and seconded. Roll call.
Chairman Boyce,
Aye.
Commissioner McCarty,
Aye.
Commissioner Estes,
Aye.
Commissioner Levengood,
Aye.
Commissioner McQuigg,
Aye.
Thank you. Passes unanimously. Okay, next is review of the Racing Capital Fund Advisory Committee expenditures approved and submitted by fund committee members, as well as the community center update. Who's going to handle that one? Joe gets this at the Joe Morris Show. We'll give you a seat there so you can just sit there.
All right, thank you. Joe Morris with Caesars. I'll start with the community center. Site work's complete. The rain has probably pushed us back 6 to 8 weeks. There was actually a pond there for a good portion of the 6 to 8 weeks. The footers are all in. This week, the rough plumb gets done and the pad gets poured, so that'll be done by the end of the week. The trusses and the outside walls are on site and it's scheduled to be up next week, so that's good. The project is on budget, and the new opening, and I am being pressured by Joe Davis, he wants that thing open by the Christmas party that the HBPA has in December. So we do believe we'll be good for the first, second week of December to open it. So other than all the rain we've had, we're in good shape there. So the other project we have going down there is on our the barns we winterized back 6 seasons ago that we did in our first time. And we're putting some big ass fans in there. That is the name of the company. And the electric work is all done there. The fans are on site. today. Actually, they sent rods that they hang from the ceiling with. The rods weren't right. So the new rods were coming in today, and those will all be in by the end of this week. So those are the ongoing construction we have going there. And then just a quick overview. At Horseshoe, next year we'll go light in this fund and probably spend 40 or 50,000. And the last 4 years after that, we will have 302,000 a year to exhaust that 12.5 million. And you remember, we really front loaded that. We had to have those new stalls. We needed the dorm rooms. So we've spent it the canopy. I mean, for those of you that were there on Indiana Derby Day, I mean, that's one of the coolest things in racing. Just as an aside, and I told the chair, and the chair said, well, you better tell Gus, it was his idea. We do an attendance there now. And I have security do the attendance because I overcount things. So you don't want me counting. And we had 5,100 people there on Indiana Derby Day. Great crowd. We just started it this year, so we don't have a comparison. We do it here, and we've been doing it. This is our second year here. We had 3,300 people here for 4th of July, which was just a great, and that didn't include the line of cars on that road out there or the line of cars on that road there. But we have been tracking those off from, you bringing that up before. So we'll have historical data over time. And then at Hoosier, we're at, with 5 years to go, find the number, it's 700 and I think it's 740,000 a year we still have in that fund to be able to spend here. So we're in a little better shape up here as far as the last 5 years, but what a great tool that fund has been that Caesars put up at the beginning of this thing, and that fund does renew itself in 2030 for another $25 million over the next 10 years going forward. So good shape on both.
Any questions? Yeah, it looked like there were some sticks sticking up.
That's exactly what I call
at the community
them.
center.
You see our sticks.
There were sticks sticking up at the community, the new community center.
Is that a slab on?
It'll be a slab, yeah. The slab's getting poured this week. We're doing the rough plumb right now, and Thursday, Friday, they're pouring the whole slab.
Do you have a CM on the job?
Yes, we have Chris Duke. He's actually the president of the Quarter Horse, but he has I call it a barn dominium business because it's basically a barn dominium, but he's the one who has done all the work.
Who's checking all the electric and plumbing in the slab before it's poured?
Done through the city.
They're going to give you
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, any other questions on the fund? We're spending it down, but now it sounds like we're going to have some left, so that's good.
Right.
Okay, no vote on that. Next is the presentation of the 2024 Caesars Social Responsibility Report. And it may be Joe again. Poor guy. We appreciate you. We were glad when they hired you, and you've more than lived up to your reputation.
Good teams. It's all about good teams. So this is something I shared with Dina. It's the 25th year that Caesars has done this. That's what the report looks like. I mean, it's a pretty big report, and it's just kind of neat they do this. Now, some of you who have been there would remember Kirsten Flint. Kirsten was the head of marketing here at Hoosier Park. Kirsten was who we worked with when I did the original operations plans. She created those vessels and put those together. She still lives in Indiana, but she is the head of the corporate social responsibility side of Caesars now. So she goes to Vegas and does it. But it's really, I mean, Caesars does a lot, and we were talking about our community giving here. They give a lot of money out over the course of a year and want to be a part of every community that they're in. As I said, this is the 25th anniversary. Tom Reeg himself writes the note and sends it in to all the employees to share that with them. I hadn't shared this before, but the hero, the volunteer hours that Caesars does over the empire in the course of a year, 93,000 volunteer hours to their different communities. You go to the just a quick table of contents here. It's People, Planet, Play is what they call it. But you go down through, it's creating the best experience for our team members, celebrating our team members, commitment to health, well-being, and safety, extraordinary impact on our communities, empowering partnerships, our commitment to suppliers, our climate commitments, water conservation and management, waste reduction and landfill diversion, nature strategies, for players, extraordinary destinations and offerings, reasonable business operations, protective information on security and the social side of that. $72 million in total investments into our communities as a whole on Caesars. Just a big part of what we do. Over 50,000 team members, 50 destinations across 18 states, 32 jurisdictions now where we have Caesars digital, which is the race book and the sports book. So that helps the handle out across. 61 million square feet of air-conditioned space, 46,000 hotel rooms and suites, 500 owned or managed food and beverage outlets. I find it fascinating to look at how big and how much they do with all of this. And then you get to and racing is a part of the whole thing also. We have, let me just find the sheet. We have over, 6,200 races a year, 130 million in purses out to our horsemen. It's really worth a read at some point, if you have time, just to see all that goes on. 37 million in breed development organizations, 3.6 million state, city, and county wagers. That's just on our racetracks on that side of it. 130,000 just in racing equine charitable giving over the course of a year. So it's just something I wanted to share with you and put in. We're proud of the corporate social responsibility that we do as a group, and it's just way bigger than you would expect, just seeing the Indiana part of it. So that's all that was. It was just a little infomercial, but it's something we're proud of and wanted to share with you so you could see, what we do as a total group.
I'm glad you did. I did read through it last night, and it's impressive. It
Lot
takes
of
a while,
stuff,
50-some pages.
Yeah.
But no, it's amazing. I hadn't remembered seeing it before, and I thought, did I miss that? But
It's first time I
First
sent
time.
it. I probably should have before, but I
Nope.
shared it with Dina, and she said, "Good, you're going to share it with the whole commission." So
And she did.
here I am. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
any
you.
questions about the responsibility report? Okay, then next is the couple things to vote on. Ratification of the executive director's approval of Horseshoe Indianapolis's request to move racing from Monday, August 4th, 2025 to Friday, August 8th, 2025 to coordinate with Harrah's Hoosier Park and offering an entire night of Caesars racing on the Fox Sports Network, which we like to be on the Fox Sports Network.
Chairman, I
You
think
gonna
that
take that?
the title is the entire description. Actually, you sort of described it out. I don't know if Eric Holstrom has anything to say. You don't have to, but basically they're looking just to shift that date to the other date so that there could be some synergy between the two tracks
Makes
and
sense.
being on TV. And that's a voting
Okay.
issue.
Any questions? Makes sense. How about a motion and a second?
So moved.
And moved and seconded, roll call vote.
Chairman Borst,
Aye.
Commissioner McCarty. Commissioner Estes. Commissioner Levengood.
Aye.
Commissioner McQuigg.
Aye.
Thank you. 5-0. Next is the ratification of Executive Director's probationary approval of Churchill Downs Technology Initiatives Company request to add parlay wagering to Twin Spires. Dale, you going to take that one?
Thank you, Chairman Boris. Churchill Downs Technology Initiatives Company, or CDTIC, doing business as Twin Spires, licensed secondary pari-mutuel organization, or SPMO, requested that the IHRC allow Twin Spires to begin offering parlay wagers, which are built on the existing Twin Spires conditional wagering infrastructure, with the condition being that subsequent wagers in a parlay are funded by any winnings from a prior race in a parlay. The Thoroughbred Racing Protected Bureau was consulted to ensure that the parlay bets would be accounted for properly in the transaction audit files that they receive. Because the changes represent a material change to the SPMO license application, requires commission approval. Based on the delegation of authority to approve race matters, including SPMOs prior to the next commission meeting, with review by the commission at the next available meeting, it was given to Executive Director Pittman on March 7th, 2025. Executive Director Pittman gave CDTIC probationary approval on April 1st, 2025.
Do we have any questions? How about a motion and a second?
Move to approve.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. We'll go to roll call vote.
Chairman Boris,
Aye.
Commissioner McCarty,
Aye.
Commissioner Estes,
Aye.
Commissioner Levengood,
Aye.
Commissioner McQuaig,
Aye.
Thank you. 5-0. Next is ratification of Executive Director's probationary approval of NYRA Bets LLC's request to allow Caesars Sportsbook to use a shared wallet to allow sportsbook account holders to place bets on Caesars Racebook, an NYRA Bets affiliate. Dale again.
Thank you, Chairman Boris. Yep. NYRA Bets, a licensed SPMO, requested the IHRC to allow Caesars Sportsbook to use a shared wallet to allow Caesars Sportsbook account holders to place bets on the Caesars Racebook, NYRA Bets affiliate already licensed by the commission. Again, the Thoroughbred Racing Protected Bureau was consulted to ensure that bets made using the shared wallet would be accounted for properly. And because the changes represent a material change in their license, it requires commission approval. And again, based on the delegation of authority to approve race matters given to Executive Director Pittman during the March 7th, 2025 commission meeting, Executive Director Pittman gave NYRA Bets probationary approval on May 30th, 2025.
Any questions on the approval? Seeing none. A motion, a second? I have to beg for this, guys.
Move to approve.
Yay.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Boy, everybody's reluctant here. Moved and seconded. We'll go to roll call vote.
Share the wealth.
Chairman Boris,
Aye.
Commissioner McCarty,
Aye.
Commissioner Estes,
Aye.
Commissioner Levengood,
Aye.
Commissioner McQuaig,
Aye.
Thank you. That passes 5-0. Next on the agenda is the ratification of Executive Director's probationary approval of ExpressBet LLC's request to assume full ownership of Daily Racing Form, a former DRF Bets website and customer base on or about June 10th, 2025, or such later date as is feasible, at which time DRF Bets will cease operations and ExpressBet will rebrand the site under the name First Bet Pro. Dale again. That's a mouthful.
I was going to say.
Thank you. Again, so ExpressBet LLC, licensed SPMO, entered into an asset purchase agreement with Sports Information Group LLC, doing business as the Daily Racing Form, whereby ExpressBet would assume full ownership of the Daily Racing Forum's former DFR Bets website and customer base on or about June 10th, 2025, or such later date as feasible, at which time the DRF Bets website would cease operations and ExpressBet would rebrand the website under the name FirstBet Pro. Because the changes represent a material change of the SPMO license application, it requires commission approval. And based on the delegation of authority to approve race matters, including SPMOs given to Executive Director Pittman at the March 7th, 2025 commission meeting, Executive Director Pittman gave ExpressBet probationary approval on June 10th, 2025.
Okay, any questions on this approval? Seeing none, then we'll go to a motion and second.
Move to approve.
Second.
Moved and
Second.
Great, thank you. Seconded twice, good. Roll call.
Chairman Borst,
Aye.
Commissioner McCarty,
Aye.
Commissioner Estes,
Aye.
Commissioner Levengood,
Aye.
Commissioner Quigg,
Aye.
It's 5-0 also. Thank you all. Next is a consideration of a request from ITOBA to transfer ADW funds to help fund stakes and handicap races. Who we gonna, Dan, gonna handle this? Who's gonna handle this?
Good afternoon. Dan Spears with ITOBA, Indiana Thoroughbred Owners and Breeders Association. I'm here today to ask for our transfer of ADW money to our stakes races. We have to ask for an additional amount to cover the total amount. We have what we have in our account now. The difference will be a total of $62,000, and what we're asking for is to take future ADW money to take care of that until that is all caught up.
So you've got two requests essentially in here.
Yes,
I had to
yes,
read this
yeah.
about 5 times, but your
I'm
math
sorry.
was good.
Well, yeah, because the first request is just transfer.
Right.
It was the original anyway. Then now we have to ask for an additional.
And that's when I was having trouble doing the subtract. And gosh, you got it right. It
Yeah.
was right.
Thank you. Yeah, I've looked at this quite a few days.
Okay. Can we do that? Can we go on the future amount? I would take it we can. Okay. Any questions for ITOBA folks? Seeing none, I guess we'll have a motion and a second.
I motion to approve it with the fact that I got a nod from the executive director.
That it would be, we
That
could
would be
use
a
the
yes.
future against
The
it.
answer is yes, correct?
Okay.
Correct.
Second.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Roll call vote.
Chairman Borst,
Aye.
Commissioner McCarty,
Aye.
Commissioner Estes,
Aye.
Commissioner Levengood,
Aye.
Commissioner McQuigg,
Aye.
Thank you. Got a unanimous 5-0.
Thank you.
But we won't forget about the future amount that we have to keep using.
Yeah, no, and we also worked with Dina and Jessica a lot
I
on
know.
that, so, thank you.
Okay, next is consideration of requests from IHBPA to transfer ADW funds to supplement thoroughbred purse accounts. Tim Gleishaw.
Good morning, Commissioner and board members.
State your name.
Tim Gleishaw, Indiana HBPA Executive Director. We request that our ADW money, which is approximately $740,000, be transferred to purses.
I was wondering there wasn't a number in here, so I was going to ask that.
Correct. I got that number from Jessica. It's approximately 740,000.
Is that the whole amount that's in
Correct.
there?
Yes.
So
Yes.
will there still be though, there won't be any reserve left?
That is, we have asked permission from Mrs. Executive Director Pittman to transfer everything that is in there.
Okay, so that's everything.
So, and the approximate amount is what it's going to be as of October 31st. It could vary a few $1,000s, but all of it's going to get moved.
But whatever it is, you're going to use.
Correct.
If there's less than that
Yes.
or more than that. Okay.
Correct. All of it's getting moved.
Gotcha.
So you'll sweep the account as of the end of October.
Correct.
And
We'll
whatever
continue
that,
to sweep it every month.
Correct.
Yeah.
okay.
And then it starts building up for next year.
Correct. Okay, any questions? Tim at all on this? Seeing none, how about a motion in a second?
Move to approve.
Somebody.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call vote.
Chairman Bors,
Aye.
Commissioner McCarty,
Aye.
Commissioner Estes,
Aye.
Commissioner Levengood,
Aye.
Commissioner McQuaig.
Aye.
Thank you. It's 5-0 passes. Okay, next on the agenda is just an update on rulemaking.
Yeah, I know, I noticed where there's a lot of anxiety behind making motions and secondings today, so this is just a report that won't
That's right.
need to have that. If you remember back to October of last year, we started rulemaking process on rules under 25-147. As of today, hopefully, those have been sent to the AG's office, and now the governor has 30 days to either accept the rule and make it a rule or come back to us. I don't anticipate there'll be any problem. I was going to review the rules from October, but I'm not going to do that. Presently, we are working on a new rules. Some of the rules actually update the rules that haven't been updated yet. Interestingly enough, this is how long this process sort of takes. The main gist of these rules, though, are we are trying to consolidate rules that have a lot of redundancy. For instance, rule number 4 has to do with associations, which are the racetracks. Rule number 4.5 has to do with associations for flat racing, which is the racetrack. If you look at those two rules, about 90 to 95% are duplicate. As you can guess, there's similarities. So the main gist of this round is to try to get those rules that are in 4.5 that aren't in 4 incorporated in 4 and just eliminate 4.5. That's the same with rule 5 and 5.5 licensees. Once again, we are taking anything from the flat tracks that pertain to jockeys, jockey agents, things like that, and moving them into rule 4, which is basically the rule for Hoosier Horse Park, or Harris Hoosier Park, sorry, and then eliminating 5.5. So we get rid of some rules. It streamlines things, makes it easier. There are a couple of other rules that we're going to amend, including some suggestions from some horsemen's association, other horsemen, and just some cleanup rules that we need to just straighten out. So what I anticipate is that within the next probably week to week and a half, sending out those rules for just informal feedback, right, from the commissioners, but also from the racetracks and the horsemen's associations. And you see how long it kind of takes to go through this process. My hope is that within just a couple of weeks after sending those out, we get feedback and we can start with the actual formal rule promulgation. We're also this year readopting a bunch of rules that don't need to be changed in both 4 and 5. So there's a couple different processes going on there.
Anybody have any questions about any of that? If you do, good luck. All right. Next is an update on HISA. Matt, I guess you get to be the HISA expert.
Yes, thank you, Chairman. I'll keep this update to the litigation that's occurring on the act itself. There are three cases from three different circuits that sought review from the Supreme Court over this past session of the Supreme Court. The court sort of held on to making any sort of a decision on those cases until they settled a different case that sort of involved the same constitutional provisions as the cases that HISA is arguing. And just last month, the court did rule on that case. So there has been some movement then with the three cases. They did decide to take them. The Supreme Court did. However, they sent them back to their circuits and said, basically, hey, we just settled the issues you're arguing in your cases, so go back to your circuits, argue again, and have the court rule based upon this new case. So what does that mean? Basically, we have probably another year or two down at the circuit level for these cases. Then the side that doesn't prevail has the option to seek Supreme Court review again. Of course, that could take another year or so. So looks like we're going to have at least one or two or maybe more race meets in Indiana where HISA still is the law, but still unsettled. So who knows after that? Of course, Congress could always act and amend the portions of the law that are being argued in the courts, which, as some of you remember, they did so like 2.5 years ago when one particular aspect of the law had been declared unconstitutional by a court. But again, with the current Congress, who knows? So right now it's sort of, it'll be business as usual for at least the next year or two.
Okay, that's the way we have to live. Next is the delegation of authority to conduct racing business to the executive director.
Commissioners, each year there are matters that arise during the race meeting that require quick turnaround and quick decision-making. Because the commission may not meet often enough for these immediate matters to be handled, commission staff routinely makes the request that the commission delegate authority to the executive director to handle matters that arise between commission meetings. Pursuant to 71 IAC 2-2-1, the commission may delegate authority to the executive director to implement and execute the duty of regulating each race meeting and persons participating in each meeting. At this time, commission staff respectfully requests delegation of authority to the executive director to make race meet decisions as required, including but not limited to equipment, race calendars, SPMOs, and personnel that cannot be delayed until the next commission meeting.
Okay, do we have a motion and a second on that one?
So move to approve. Second.
Moved and seconded, roll call vote.
Chairman Borst.
Aye.
Commissioner McCarty.
Aye.
Commissioner Estes.
Aye.
Commissioner Levengood.
Aye.
Commissioner McQuigg.
Aye.
It passes unanimously. Well, thank you all for attending. Again, thank you to Hoosier Park. Great setup here as always. We appreciate it. Couple things. This Commissioner Quay, we're glad you were on the phone with us, but this will be Commissioner Estes' last meeting. He's going to retire. He's got some health things to work on. So, Bill, thank you for hanging in there with us, and you've been a great commission member.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I join in expressing appreciation for Bill Estes and the work that he's done.
You were good at this as you were selling cars, so there you go. Also, this marks our executive director, Dina Pittman's last meeting, unless we have some emergency thing before August 29th, unless we can convince her to stay, but I don't think that's going to happen. But Dina, we just have to thank you for 32 years of service and all that you've done. You leaving here better than you found it, and that's the way you want to do things in life. And you've been great to work with. She's always on top of things. I mean, we had to go through COVID, had to go through a couple sales, Caesar sales. There's been a lot to go through, and you've had a lot of personal things too. But for all of us, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to miss all my relationships here, but I'll be checking in once in a while.
Okay, I guess that's, and I don't think we have any old business. I jumped. That was the new business, I guess. Anybody got anything else? How about a motion to adjourn? Do I have to pull that out of you? Been moved?
Second.
And seconded. We're adjourned. We're not even going to vote on it. Thank you guys on the call.
Thank you all.
Okay.
Wow. On our first date, you and me is